Hi, it's Sandy Wiley. Welcome to my mental health channel, where I talk about personality disorders, my borderline personality disorder, narcissistic personality disorder. I talk about schizophrenia. I talk a lot about therapy, but I emphasize on my own personal experiences, and I welcome all the comments as long as you are kind to me, kind to everyone else who comments. We don't have to agree on everything. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you like my videos, give them a thumbs up. Subscribe, it's for free. And I'm going to just dive in today, and I'm not talking about borderline personality disorder. I know some people thought I got a little carried away too much in talking about my own mental health diagnosis. Today I'm going to talk about self-disclosure in therapy. But that's not all I'm going to talk about. I did a short video just before this one about walking the walk instead of talking the walk, which means talking the walk is just saying you're going to do something and never following through on it. Walking the walk is actually backing up those words with action. That's walking the walk. And it was only a minute video, and I put it up on LinkedIn. So I wanted to go into that, and I wanted to talk a little about self-disclosure. Self-disclosure in therapy is when the therapist talks about themselves. Now, therapy is supposed to be one-sided. It's supposed to be all about the patient and not about the therapist. But once in a while, therapists, because they're human, slip up and end up talking about themselves because something you said will remind them of something, or in rare cases, they might think it's helpful if they share with you something that went on in their own personal life. So in those circumstances, as long as they're doing it in the benefit of the patient, then it's okay. But why I'm tying these two things together is because I think it's very important for people, especially in professional roles like therapists, to actually follow through in what they say. Because I've had a situation where a lot of them didn't, and I got hurt. And that was in therapy, and I got hurt from friends who kept making plans and then canceling the last minute. If you make plans and something comes up, that's okay. But, I mean, we're all human, life happens, right? But if you keep making plans and every single plan you make falls through, then that person's going to think that, they're not, your friend or whoever it is not setting any time aside for you. Like, you don't matter. You're last resort. Maybe, if they have nothing better to do, they'll say, hey, you want to get together? But they won't make, beware of someone who only calls you the last minute and says, hey, let's get together. They don't want to make like future plans. Like, let's go out next Friday. They don't want to do that. They just want you there. I've had a best girlfriend like this. They just want you there when they've got nothing else to do. Then, okay, I guess I can see you. I know I've been feeling pretty down lately because everyone has friggin' let me down, okay? Everyone has friggin' let me down. And I'm really pretty fed up with it. In therapy, with girlfriends, with just about everyone, except my husband. People have, they're all good at talk and no good at action. And what I'm trying to say, what I said on that video on LinkedIn, if you follow me on LinkedIn, same name, Sandra Wiley, is that people need to back up, walk the walk, back up their words with action. And that's just not professional people. That's, people, friends, family members. You really need to back up your words with actions, because words, they don't mean a thing, Anyone could say anything, right? Anyone could say anything. What does it mean? Actions. People that, really good people that I've encountered, have less words and more action. And all the idiots out there can talk a good game. They got tons and tons of words, but no action to back it up. See? They talk the walk. They don't walk the walk. See what I'm saying? And now how this ties together with self-disclosure is, well, what is, like I said, self-disclosure is when a therapist tells you about, something in his personal life. And I'm just tired of being my shrinks. I mean, that's why I quit therapy, because it was so abusive to me. And therapists were saying things that they didn't mean, They weren't following through. See, it's all about the follow through, Don't tell me what you're going to do. Show me. Isn't that what is that musical? Show Me. I should have written the it's My Fair Lady. Yeah, look that up. My Fair Lady, and then the song Show Me. Yeah, because men are, talk. Talk is cheap, right? Talk is cheap. And professional people shouldn't be doing it either. Like, it's one thing for my girlfriend to, make plans and cancel every time. But it's another thing for my therapist to say, call me in an emergency, leave a message, and I'll call you back. And then they never follow through with that. Then I'm left almost killing myself drinking a whole bottle of vodka. You see what I'm saying? My girlfriend, or my bestie, she's not responsible for me. She's not a doctor. She didn't sign an agreement or take an oath, do no harm. I'm not her patient, you see. All she can do is hurt me intensely, right? But she's not responsible if I, go off the deep end because she didn't follow through. Whereas as a psychologist, that's a trained professional doctor who is, you're under their care. They are responsible. They should back up what they say. And the funny, weird thing is with most of these shrinks is they like to talk. They don't really listen, okay? Most of them are thinking about something else, or if they're not, they're thinking about how they're going to reply back to you. So instead of really listening to you, they're thinking about what they're going to say in response to you, to what you're saying, That's not the same thing as, completely listening, because they're going to miss out on something because they're thinking about a reply. See, the wheels, I could always tell, the wheels are spinning upstairs in their heads, and they're thinking about a reply. For you to actively listen to someone, you need to shut off those spinning wheels, okay? That means you don't think about what you're going to say next, all right? You're just concentrating on, like watching a TV program, all right? Picture watching your favorite soap or your favorite show. I don't know what your favorite show is. You're not thinking about what to say, right? You're just enjoying, you're just watching that show, sitting back and watching it. Now, do you do the same thing? Do you listen to whoever, your sister, brother, your bestie, girlfriend, your boyfriend, whatever, whoever it is? Do you listen to them the same way you watch your favorite TV show? Do you really just sit, eyes wide and really pay attention? Or are you thinking about, this has happened over and over again. That's why I wanted to talk about this and why it ties in with self-disclosure. I was at my mother-in-law's wake, and my sister-in-law was there, right? And we told her what happened with our son, that he was brutally beaten with bruises all over his body. And you know what she said? Oh, that's awful. I almost got killed here on the drive over. You wouldn't believe it. I thought I was going to be the next one in the coffin. It's like, what? I swear to you. So she knew enough to say, oh, that's awful, in response to my son was beaten. But then the next breath, can you believe it? In the next breath, she went on to say, oh, this crazy driver, I almost got killed driving over here. I'm going to be the next one in the coffin. Do you see what I'm saying? She really, it just went like one in one ear and whoosh, out the other. Whoosh. Do you see why I don't want to be bothered with people? Can you really blame me? It's not just therapists. They're paid. They're paid the big money, $200 or $300 for 50 minutes to sit there and go, yeah, oh, yeah. They're paid. But I mean, and even those people who pay that big money, still all they want to talk about is themselves, They're really not, giving you their full on attention. It's like, it just makes me so angry, I just, like wherever I go, and this is why I like to avoid people at all costs too, okay? People just rant about the stupidest things. Like, I'm at the library and the librarian is ranting on about her hair. I mean, I'm really not friends with her. She sees me come in, say hello. But she's going on and on and on about her hair. Oh, she has to, wash it. And then she has to do something and take something to straighten it out. And then I'm not even listening at this point because she's monopolizing me, going on and on. How selfish can you be? Then I'm at the, I was doing a video outside one day, at the cemetery. I thought I'd have a quiet spot. Not too many people are at the cemetery in the middle of the afternoon. Boy, was I wrong. They like to jog. They like to walk their dog, let their dogs take a dump. They're not really visiting the graves, all right? But they're there anyway, pushing their kids in the stroller, jogging, letting their dog do the business on someone's grave. This woman, I think I mentioned the story before. She's taking pictures of leaves. And I don't know. People think they can just go up to me. I must look like a very friendly person. Most people say, do I know you? Have I seen you before? This is a line I get from a lot of people. I mean, do I look that? I don't know. I must look like a lot of people, I guess. I don't know. Because I get that line a lot. Do I know you? Have we met before? So anyway, she's going on and on about first how her son is, I don't know where he is, in Florida or somewhere. And, he loves leaves. That's why she's taking a picture of the autumn leaves at the cemetery. That's the whole reason she's there, not to visit any deceased. And then she goes on and on about her writing poetry. And I go, oh, I write poems too. I said that. In one ear, out the other. She didn't say, really? You do? What kind? Nothing. As if she didn't even hear me. And she goes on and on reciting one of her poems that she wrote at that cemetery. It's like, and it wasn't short. It was very, very long. And she had it all memorized upstairs. Something I don't, because I write a gazillion poems, all right? I don't know how many. I mean, I don't have them all retained up here. Or maybe I'm just blotto or something. I don't know. And I didn't want to be rude, so I sat there and, like this, like my shrinks do to me, you know. But it's like, I don't know, you know. I mean, I know, I don't think it's a matter of these people are friendly. I think they just want an audience, really. You just grab a stranger and you just yada, 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 like that, you know? I mean, if you were friendly, think about it now. You can't say I'm wrong here, because if someone is really being friendly, they wouldn't just say something about themselves. They would respond to what you're saying too. So when I said I wrote poetry, she had no response. See what I'm saying? If you are friendly, you can't come back to me and say, "Oh, these people are just being friendly." Well, if they were friendly, in my definition of being friendly is you talk, but you also respond to what someone says. You know, that's friendly. I mean, if I say something, you just whoosh, whoosh, one in one ear and out the other, and you're not responding, you're just talking all about yourself. That's someone who wants an audience. There's a big difference now. Don't tell me that these people are just being friendly. No, there's someone who wants an audience. So if they have a YouTube channel, I mean, get a YouTube channel, right? Because there you go. You can, go drone on and on and on and on. And there's your audience, you know. But, I want people to respond. I want people to comment. There's a difference with me. I really want people to comment. I'd like to do, I don't know how to do a two-way video with another creator. It would be fun. It would be fun, like, I recently subscribed to this girl, Cokehead? Is that her name? Diet Cokehead. I think that's what it is. And I'd like to ask her some questions, like, but I don't know how to, like, do it, like, and get it out there, like, in one video. But, like, I'd like to take another creator. I'd like to interview them. Like, say I come on and I say, okay, I asked this person a bunch of questions, and then they do a video and answer my questions, and then they do a video asking me some questions, and I come on. It would be better if we were like split screen, where they could, we could interview each other like that. I think it would be fun. I think that would be fun to do something like that with a creator. But I don't even know how to set that up. I have no computer suave. I've got none. All these computer books and programming books or whatever you see around here, this is my husband's little office, okay? This ain't mine. I'm the artist in the family. I'm the poet. I'm the writer. I know nothing about... I mean, I'm lucky I even just, get these videos up there, Oh, my rant today. I just feel like having a rant video, I felt like, coming on and saying, like, I really feel invisible, which is a terrible thing to feel. I don't feel appreciated by anyone. I don't feel valued. It's not a good feeling, I feel like people like to talk a lot and their action is nada, They don't listen, All they do is wrapped up about themselves. This is everyone, This is bestie friends. This is therapists, They'll go on and on. It's like the Yale psychologist. I know I've mentioned him several times. Jeffrey is his name. He wrote the song "Some Guys Have All the Luck" that Rod Stewart made famous. Jeffrey Fortgame wrote that song. Look it up, Jeffrey Fortgame. He was in a band in Hollywood and everything. I mean, he hobnobbed with I can't think of... Burt Bacharach. Burt Bacharach. All right. He was telling me about his band and everything, and I said, oh, my grandmother, my mother's mother was on vaudeville, and my mother used to sing at piano bars. Well, it didn't even faze him, or he never even commented about it. He kept going on and on and on, like imagine if you're sitting there and you're talking to me, right? And this was a therapist, he's supposed to be doing, it's supposed to be a one-sided relationship where he's supposed to be, listening to me and not be telling me, personal things that really have nothing to do with my therapy or aren't helpful in the least bit. Imagine if, like, I'm talking about all my poetry, and I'm telling you, and then you're saying, "Oh, that's great. I did this painting. I did this self-portrait of myself the other day," and I just pretend I don't even hear you. I go, "You know what? I got another poetry book coming out next month." I just say that. You just told me. You just said you did a self-portrait of yourself, all right? And I just go on talking about my poetry books. I mean, what would you think, It's like, gee, am I invisible here? It's like, I got no value. This is how I feel. People aren't listening, or they only care about themselves, because they're not responding. It's bad enough when strangers are all wrapped up in themselves, but when your best friend is and doesn't respond, and when your therapist is and all he does is talk about himself, self-disclosure, and you try to tell him something. You tell him about your grandmother on vaudeville, and your mother was a piano singer. See what I'm saying? It's just sometimes you don't even want to leave the house. Really. It's like that. It's like, why even bother? All right, enough of my rant today.